Hello friends, let us understand, is a segment language in online marketing campaign is a barrier or not? The topic is a barrier to effective online marketing campaigns for large brands is segment language. One of the barrier to effective online marketing campaigns for large brands is segment language. This basically refers to the use of language and the terminology that is specific to a particular targeted audience or segment and may not be understood or relatable to other segments. Let us understand it with an example. A technology campaign that creates advanced software tools for developers may use technical language and jargon its marketing material to appeal to its target audience of developers. However, this language may not be easily understood or relatable to other segments such as business leaders or end users. Similarly, a fashion brand that caters to a specific subculture may use slang or references that only is understood by members of that subculture. While this may effectively appeal to the target audience, it may not resonate with other segments and could limit the reach of the marketing campaign. Right? You understood that what it is saying? So in both these examples, the use of segment language can create a barrier to effective online marketing campaign as it limits the appeal and accessibility of the messaging to a broader audience. This can lead to missed opportunities to connect with potential customers and drive sales. Let us look at the benefits. To overcome this barrier, brand can focus on creating messaging and creative that is relatable and understandable to a broader audience, right? While still appealing to that target segment. This may involve simplifying technical language or using more universal terminology and imagery that is relatable to multiple segments. For example, the technology company could create marketing materials that emphasizes the benefit of its software tools is in a more accessible way, using relatable analogies and simplified language. The fashion brand could focus on highlighting the quality and style of its clothing without relying on specific subculture references. In conclusion, segment language can be a barrier to effective online marketing campaign for large brands by focusing on creating messaging and creating that is relatable and understandable to a broader audience while still appealing to their target segment. Brands can overcome their barrier and effectively connect with potential customers across all multiple segments. Another way to overcome the barrier of segment language is by conducting research on the different segments that the brand is targeting. This can involve gathering insights on their preferences, behaviors, and communication style. With this information, brands can create messaging that speaks to the unique needs and preferences of each segment when still maintaining a consistent brand voice and identity. For example, a health and wellness brand targeting different age group might use different language and imagery for each segment. They might use more casual language and playful imagery to appeal to younger audience while using more professional language and seriously imagery for older audience. Another important aspect of covering the barrier of segment language is testing and iterating to the marketing campaign. This involves tracking and analyzing the performance of marketing campaign across different segments and not forgetting to adjust the insights gained. Brands can use A/B testing and other data-driven methods to identify what messaging and creative resonate with different segments and adjust their campaigns accordingly. In conclusion, segment language can be a barrier to effective online marketing campaign for large brands, but there are several ways to overcome it. Brands can focus on creating messaging and creating that is relatable and understandable to a broader audience while still appealing to their target segment. Conduct research on the different segments that they are targeting and test and iterate on marketing campaigns to identify what resonates with different segments. By doing so, brands can effectively connect with potential customers across multiple segments and drive sales. Lastly, another way to overcome the barrier of segment language is by using marketing automation and personalization tools. These tools allow brands to create customized marketing campaigns that speak directly to the interest and preferences of each segment. For example, an e-commerce fashion brand might use personalization tools to create customized email campaigns for different segments based on their browsing and purchase history. They might send targeted product recommendation and promotion that are tailored to each segment's unique style and preferences rather than sending a generic campaign to everyone on their mailing list. Similarly, a technology company might use marketing automation tools to send follow-up messages to different segments based on their level of engagement with the brand's website or product. For example, they might send a series of educational emails to potential customers who have shown interest in their product but have not yet made a purchase, while sending more personalized, sales focused messages to the customers who are further along in buying process. By using marketing automation and personalization tools, brands can create more relevant and targeted marketing campaigns that speak directly to the interest and preferences of each segment. This can help to overcome the barrier of segment language by creating messaging and creative that is specifically tailored to each segment's unique need and preference. In conclusion, I can say that yes, segment language can be a barrier to effective online marketing campaign for large brands, but there are definitely several ways to overcome it. Brand can use research, testing, and personalization tools to create messaging and creative that speaks directly to the interest and preference of each segment. By doing so, they can effectively connect with the potential customers across multiple segments and drive sales. Thank you.